This is the hardest Blocktails challenge, Thick Skull and Hard Mode, and I would later add TOCK all at once. To complete this challenge, I must beat the entirety of Blocktails while all required cards are equipped at all times, not counting the tutorial since we don't have access to Thick Skull or TOCK yet. This video, part 1, will cover demos 1 through 5. When the final 2 demos come out, I'll make 2 videos covering them. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Upon starting the run, we just have to go to the VIP event. Oh, that's and without much difficulty, we can make it into the building. Our first fight is just the same since we wouldn't level up at this point anyway. While it runs, I should mention that there will be day counters for each part. These do not include days in which I didn't play the challenge. Also, I had forgotten to turn on hard mode before this fight, but I would have won anyway. I don't think... Oh, I forgot to turn on hard mode. Oh, well, we'll fix that. Alright. With that fight complete, we can time travel back into old Roblox. And now we're in old Roblox. Then we wake up in Tutorial Terry's room, and of course we have to fight him. Alright, we gotta die to Tutorial Terry first. Yeah, you can't really beat Tutorial Terry in this game. After talking to him again, we can get our cars, activate hard mode and Thick Skull, and then we can move on to the prologue. It's fine. This is gonna be hard. The fights here aren't too difficult. You're meant to be level 1 at this point anyway, so it was basically a normal playthrough. We steamrolled the Roblox headquarters and even take out red and blue without too much trouble. Yeah. We unlock the wooden sword and keep going through the prologue until we encounter Noobador. You're only meant to be level 2 here, so I was pretty confident I can take him out first try. No, dude! Okay, yeah, I didn't do it on my first try, but on my second try we managed to take him out. From here on out, the fights are pretty normal, although only having 10 max HP is causing some problems. No! Nevertheless, I make it through the prologue pretty easily, allowing us to move on to Chapter 1. The enemies in these caves are pretty easy, except for the hedgehog. No. Okay. We unlock the HP Plus card and immediately equip it since it's the only card that costs build points that we have. We also unlock the Lime Bounce, although I don't end up using it that much. I eventually make it through the caves where we can move on to the Supreme Ant. While the ant armies are pretty annoying here, this fight isn't too difficult. No way I died to that. While I didn't beat her first try, we managed to win on our second. Ha! Got him! We then move on to Road Town, and I decided to take on one of the loyal knights. It wasn't too difficult. Got him. We then move to the secret area behind the waterfall. I get the bucks and the snowball, and I also buy the minimize, but I didn't end up using the minimize very much either. Minimize. We then sleep at the Road Town Inn, allowing us to continue past Road Town. The fights here aren't too difficult, even though we are under-leveled. If I strike first, I can even one-shot the wolves with a power stab. I struck first, I can get this. One shot. No! I can one-shot them if I hit the power stab. Yes! We later find a safeguard and move on to our first banished knight. Safeguard! This guy does a lot of damage, and so I died. I cannot fold this. No! More than once. Stop it! I didn't forget. Yeah, this was the first fight that took more than 2 tries, but on our third try we managed to take him out. Then we unlock the dynamite and can move on to the Black Rock Castle. And the Black Rock Castle is where it becomes very clear that we are quite underleveled. Nice lag spike. However, we can slowly make our way through the castle until we come across the first sentient statue.
So I'm at full health.
And this guy is no joke.
I did not expect it to be like that.
So, I didn't beat him first try.
Yeah, okay.
Or second try.
Dang it.
But on our third try, we managed to clutch out a 1 HP win.
What a clutch.
After that, it's pretty smooth sailing until the Cruel King. But the Cruel King is not messing around. Here we go. The Black Rock King. I'm not very good at this guy right now. I was like, there's no way he can be frozen, right? The Cruel King was definitely not the easiest of bosses. You're normally meant to be around level 4 when you're here, which would either allow you to use more SP, or have better cards, or have more HP to tank his attacks. However, we have none of that here, and certain attacks will definitely one-shot us. In fact, both Freeze and Scepter Strike do enough damage to one-shot us. This means the only safe things he can do are Refreshing Heal and Call for Help. You can see here, I blocked Freeze and it still did half of my health. This means the only way to not lose half of your health on one of these attacks is to Super Guard it.
Nice.
While this fight wasn't very easy, we managed to take out the Cruel King on our 5th try.
Bam! Yes! We did it with 6 skull. I said it's power stab in time and then power stab all over the place.
However, this challenge was far from over, and Chapter 2 was going to be way, way harder. Although first, we had to of course talk to Shadletsky and get the bad ending.
And then we get the meme. The Walter White. Alright. Back to reality.
We then make our way to Plainstown to start Chapter 2 for real. And there we encounter my arch nemesis, the mosquito swarms.
This is a nightmare. Because they heal. This is so much of a nightmare, actually, that I'm just gonna run. I don't care. My ticks, dude. I'm actually gonna have to switch my cards.
I needed more ticks if I wanted to buy the slingshot, so I decided to try and do the pit. It didn't go well.
And I'm dead.
I kept going through Chapter 2 until I reached the Komodo Dragon. My first try, not so good, and this is where I ended day 1.
Dang it!
My second try was much closer, but the Komodo Dragon was the one to clutch out a 1 HP win this time.
No! Are you kidding me?
However, on just my third try, I managed to squeak by.
Crap, I think if I don't count this, I die. Oh, I got it. I might have lived, actually. It might only do 4. Yeah! We did it!
Upon beating her, we're rewarded with the rocket boots, allowing us to continue going through Chapter 2. However, I had a hard time getting through this next collection of waves. To the point where I just decided to skip the tree golem. And luckily, I won the next fight, allowing me to confront the Griefer. And this guy was tough. In fact, I had such a hard time getting used to the dodge windows that I died 7 times before defeating the Griefer on my 8th try.
Oh my gosh! Yo! We did it! Wow.
From there, we make our way over to the mango tree where we fight Bigfoot. Our first try, not so good.
I'm dead!
So how about our second try?
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, also not very good. You see, his attacks also shrink you, so if you don't dodge them, you're going to be doing less damage, which gives him more time to take you out. So while I did die a fair few times to Bigfoot, we eventually took him out.
I have to hit him though, because otherwise he deflects me. Yes! Oh, me defeat Bigfoot. Let's go!
And after collecting a bunch of mangoes, we went to climb the big tree up to the griefer. And these waves were hard. Really hard. I spent a very long time here, dying over and over again to these stupid enemies before I finally was able to make it up to the griefer. And guess what? I still wasn't getting any breaks because I still had 2 bosses left to fight, the second of which was the most difficult boss fight I have ever done.
He has more health this time somehow. I didn't strike first, so I can't instantly kill the gorilla, ever. I'll ball you, how about that?
I think the reason this fight was so difficult was because of how little room for error there is across the whole fight. First of all, the gorilla is super annoying because you have to spend your entire first turn taking him out. And then you have attacks like the Venom Spin that hit you a bunch of times. You can use Defend to make this one easier to dodge, but then you get less damage in. And then you have attacks like Venom Slice, which is very hard to dodge because it's not telegraphed very clearly. Even with 15 max HP, a single one of these attacks can easily end your run. And if you do get hit, you need to heal, which takes even more time and prolongs the fight even further. Then you have the Griefer Slam, which is also hard to learn because of how easily it's confused with the Griefer Super Slam, and both of those attacks can also one-shot you. Bottom line, this boss forces you to play very well in order to beat it, but eventually my perseverance paid off.
Am I gonna die from this? No, I'm not. Like, I don't care. Yo! I don't care. We did it. We beat him. Okay, now we just...
And yet, despite all the difficulty of the Griefer, it was the next boss that took over a third of my entire Chapter 2 playtime, becoming the first boss that took me multiple hours of grinding in order to defeat. This boss was a huge difficulty spike compared to anything else I'd seen so far in this challenge, and it took until the end of Chapter 3 for the bosses to catch up to its level, with Hatred being the second boss that took multiple hours of grinding to defeat. This is the bubonic plant.
We're done with Chapter 2, bro. All level 1. Nice. It's an early dodge. He bites fast. I think I want the sword.
Now this boss is what I imagined when I started doing this challenge. Boss is so difficult that when you finally defeat them, you feel more relief than anything. Like the Griefer, every single one of this plant's attacks can one-shot you, but the absolute worst attack to dodge was the Big Bite. This attack doesn't have any clear cues whether you go with visual or audio, and you have to block or dodge every single one of these throughout the fight. Often, blocking the attack still means you die, so you're really forced to dodge it most of the time. The Tendril Flurry was the second hardest attack to dodge. However, there's a decent visual cue for it, it's just hard to get used to. The Plant Rush isn't too difficult to survive as long as you have a decent amount of health after the attacks preceding it. However, because you're basically forced to use HP Plus as your carb for this fight, you have to defend before it, which takes away time to deal damage. Finally, the Acid Rain isn't too difficult to dodge either, although if you mess up really bad you can still easily die to this attack. After the first Big Bite and Tendril Flurry, the plant gains speed.
meaning that every turn after that, except one turn per cycle that's just a tendril flurry, you're gonna have to dodge 2 attacks before you can move again. Put all this together and you get a very difficult boss. I spent 4 hours grinding this boss until I finally defeated it. Just compare my reactions from this boss to other bosses and you can see how difficult this was for me. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All that whole thing. Oh. Over 4 hours of grinding. Even then, this is still nowhere near the end of the story, and Chapter 3 would not fall to me in just one day. On the way to Scary Town, we had to fight through these waves of bandits, and while they weren't too difficult at first, that quickly changed. That was not quick! I'm dead. Yeah, okay. I hate the helmet bandits, man. But after dodging around some of the enemies, we can eventually make it to red and blue. And this fight was not easy. Oh! I was not ready for that. I just died again. To be honest with you guys, I just got lucky and all the bandits were attacking red and blue. Yes! Let's go! Oh my God. For purple and green it was basically the same, I just got lucky, but I wasn't complaining. While the enemies have gotten a lot stronger, we now have access to the slingshot, which is also a much more powerful weapon. You should only get this after you enter Telemon's Manor though. It costs twice the ticks to get it beforehand. I eventually made it to the crypt partway to Telemon's Manor, and this is where I would end day 2. After making it to Telemon's Manor and finding the kitchen wizard, we would then have to fight the turkey. And the turkey was actually very difficult. Oh no! I eventually realized that I had to stop the turkey from moving or else I would get blunderbust. However, the most accessible way for me to do this was by freezing the turkey. And while I was using an ice storm with the snowball, a lot of the time the turkey just wouldn't get frozen. What? Wait, I could have beaten it. What? However, after an embarrassingly long time spent fighting the turkey, I got this right. Else I would have hit it. The snowball froze it. I've gotten so far over honestly with this. I just need to hit this. Okay, that should be all I need. It might kill me actually. Because I missed one. Just because I missed one. Wait, no, I'm gonna kill it. Yes! You could also use a bomb if you want to. And after that, it's pretty easy until we get to the slasher. As you can probably guess, I did not beat him first try. I knew it was fast. Oh. But after just a handful of tries, I did actually manage to take him out. Okay, this was definitely harder than I thought. I blocked it. Got it. Oh crap. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna move. Wow. Yeah, I got it. Let's go! I had to use 4 mangoes for it though. And after that, we just make our way to Tutorial Terry, and then we can finally enter Dream World. And the enemies here are tough. I'm dead. So yeah, I was dodging the enemies a lot throughout this area. But after a while, we found our way through the Avarice and we were able to confront Greed. Unlike the other final bosses, I'm not going to do a montage of me dying to them because I just didn't die to them enough times to make a good montage. In fact, I beat Greed on my second try. His attacks don't one-shot you, so you can heal if necessary. What? Wait, it's so late. That takes care of one of the things. Okay. Oh! I'm dead. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can do second try. What? I win still. That was terrible. After that, we make our way to our isolation. The enemies here are easier, so we can take them on. What? Oh my god. What? Do you ever stop? Oh, yes, okay. Why? We did it. We then make our way to Solitude through the maze, but I kind of forgot what direction to go in. That's the wrong way. Frick. Wait, does that just insta-kills me. Okay. Definitely not my proudest moment. But after going through the maze correctly, we could then make our way to Solitude. This boss wasn't too difficult either. The spike shot is pretty well telegraphed, but the pain main was more difficult than it should have been. Either way, the only attack you really need to watch out for is the spike shot after it uses detachment. Okay. Just the same. Wait, if you get hit by this. I dodged it. Okay, good. Oh, I can actually use the ghost potion right now. I thought I was how to dodge it right now. Okay, ghost potion, let's go. You dodge it. It does happen, I swear. Okay, you want to dodge it. No, it doesn't. I got it. Alright, you did it. Nice, let's go. It's easy to forget this is all level 1. And while traversing our fears, we obviously had to get the bruh. Yeah, toggle the switch. But after that, it was time to fight fear. This fight wasn't the worst thing, but it was definitely more difficult than Solitude and Greed. The attacks aren't telegraphed the best and you do need to block them, but I had enough healing to make it through. When is it, bro? That sounded like it was late. Okay. So I feel like it'll be easy to get back. Alright, there it is. There's fear. It should be easy to get back there unless I have to defeat fear again to get to the hatred. And then we get the reveal that Builderman is actually hatred in disguise. How gullible. I tried fighting the apparitions and it didn't really go my way. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna go get some more items. But after falling into darkness, we can finally fight hatred. And this boss was hard. This boss was really difficult for a few reasons. Of course, it has the high damage attacks that one-shot you if you don't at least block them. However, it's also fast, which means you have even less leeway to block instead of dodge. It also has one defense, meaning we have to use the rocket boots to be able to hit it with a slingshot. Like the plant, hatred being fast is a bigger difficulty gap than you think, because you have to dodge the first of each set of attacks. If you don't, the rolling HP meter will kill you before you can heal. This was a very difficult boss. I grinded it for 2 hours on the night of day 3 but decided I couldn't do it. However, on the morning of day 4, just an hour in, I got this run. Nice. You're always on this way of just dying by failing to block that. Failing to both guard and see all the so I don't know what's they're definitely comparable. The entire chapter was like way easier than the plan, except for this boss. I find this boss. Okay, one more. Nice. Okay. I'm really glad I'm on that. Right now for this attack, but now I got fully okay, I'm confused, but I dodged. Okay. Excellent, let's go, okay. That's one. That's two. That was not happening when I was starting. Okay, the next one is red. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It has defense down. Got it. Oh my gosh! Yes! Yes! And just like that, chapter 3 was done. Definitely the hardest one so far. For me, the plant was harder than hatred, but I think hatred was objectively more difficult. Either way, this is still not the end, and the next chapter will put these 3 to utter shame. And now we're so underleveled that all of the random encounters are very difficult without items. If you can kill the enemies in your first 2 turns, then you should be fine. If you can't, then you'll probably be taking a lot of damage. However, by dodging the enemies and running away from encounters while necessary, we can slowly make our way through the tomb. We do kill the mimics for their items though. Eventually, we make our way to the Great Flochi, who would surprisingly be the most difficult boss thus far. I think the reason this boss was so difficult was just because his attacks aren't well telegraphed, just like a lot of the other bosses. Fame wasn't too bad. I think it was the most forgiving attack for me since I didn't use Defender. I did mind block this one at some point, but I eventually figured it out. Ridge wasn't very mechanically hard to dodge, but it removes the turn because you have to defend for it. The wind-up punch was very hard to learn, and this one killed me many times. The same sort of thing is true for the slashes. And lastly, you have the car. Now on the first cycle of attacks, the slashes happens right before the car, which means that if you want to be able to block the car and survive, you have to get a double dodge on the slashes, which almost never happens. Additionally, he has 1 defense, so you have to keep using your rocket boots for the defense down if you want to use the slingshot. And lastly, he's fast. So yeah, this was a very difficult boss. I fought him for the rest of day 4, which I think was about 3 hours, but in the end I couldn't do it. I got up on day 5 ready to win, and after just 2 more hours of attempts, totaling 5 hours spent fighting the Great Flochi, I got this run. That's fine. Even 9 health is fine. But I like having 12 and the special 15 more leeway. Nice. Give me more leeway to nice. Please dodge this. That would be so good. Yes! Oh my gosh, okay, okay. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Loadable. I can't. Yes. Wait, do I go first? Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! And just like that, the Great Flochi was defeated. The pirates, however, were not impressed. Dude! I gotta say, these guys were way more difficult than I thought, but eventually I managed to take them out. Let's go! We did it! At this time, I also went and cured Brad. I didn't get anything useful for this, I just wanted to do it. However, it did also help me because I had to get the recipe book for it, which unlocked many useful cooking recipes. Then, after solving the puzzles, we have to fight the 4 pirates. And just like the pirates from earlier, this fight was way more difficult than it should have been. I just had a lot of trouble dodging their attacks. But eventually, I did manage to take them out. Die, because I don't dodge it. You need to dodge the first 2, and then I can survive. That's the attack. So I need to attack, so I have an attack from awful pirates. And then I can do it. And then I can heal. Okay, I blocked it. At least I can attack now. Okay. Please, yes. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay. Ow. Ow! Oh no, I'm gonna die. Or? Oh! Nice. Okay, whatever. I lose the dodge after this, but it's okay. I can still counter. Okay. Ow. Dude, please. Good. Oh my gosh! There's no way I'm gonna survive right now. Oh frick. Oh my goodness, dude, I'm after this. This is it, bro. Wait, I got this. Is that just sunshine? I guess I'm down to 2. And then the Venom King should go first and kill him. Yes! Oh my gosh, that was so difficult. What in the world? We then move into the temple, and the fights aren't too difficult here either, especially if you get lucky with the enemies attacking Calypso instead of you. And then we get to the Temple Guardian, which, despite not being the final boss, was also really, really difficult. Still, after about 30 minutes of attempts, we managed to take him out. What? Literally just didn't. It literally just. Oh, that's good. Please. Okay, let's block it. No. There you go. It's just... I'm so bad. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Nice. Yes. I can fit him. I'm wondering what other thing. Oh yes, for the grand NRG, that's what it was. Okay, I think I can do it twice. Oh my gosh, I did it. Yes! See, I got so lucky. I only got 1 ray of raw and I was able to block it. Oh, there's the NRG. From there, we keep making our way through the temple, and much like the rest of Chapter 4, the wild encounters aren't difficult.
as long as you can kill the enemies before they get a chance to attack
more
you.
fit when we were attacking the Tumble Guardian. That made more sense for you to say that line there than it did here. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to attack them.
And also, like Chapter 4, if you can't kill them before they get a chance to attack you, then you might be cooked. And after taking way too long solving the rest of the temple's puzzles, we were finally able to make it up to the firebrand and fight Captain Trotter.
Oh, frick. Oh, frick. I forgot about this. I can shovel. What's that? I need to build it. There we go. And now I can jump on it. Okay. I gotta be honest with you guys, I got really lucky with this boss. It only took me 9 attempts, and out of my 8 deaths, 6 of those were to a single coin flip variation. 1 was to the other variation of the coin flip, which I honestly found a lot harder, and the remaining one was to a barrel toss, which was a huge choke. His attacks aren't well telegraphed and do a ton of damage, he's fast, he's difficult for all the reasons you would expect him to be difficult. I've mentioned these factors with a lot of other bosses, so I'll just let the fight play out. I also messed up really bad near the end of the fight, and I will mention that when it comes up. Okay. No! Oh wait, no, that's only 1 more damage. Nice. Woo! Okay. Okay. Ow! I can't too early, what am I doing? Nice. Oh, he didn't create the pirate soul. I got so lucky.
This is where I messed up. I slingshot him, but he had defense. However, he was in the no melee stage, so I couldn't use my rocket boots, but I didn't know about that.
It's better than flipping a coin. Okay.
I then forgot about the defense and slingshot him again. All in all, I wasted 3 whole attacks trying to figure out his mechanics, but luckily, Calypso finished him off.
There's no projectile. Oh, I have to use the ghost potion, she's gonna die. So now I can use the rocket boots. Boom. The effect did the effect not go put on him? Don't tell me the... Oh, I'm cooked. I'm dead. Dude, that's actually embarrassing. That's actually so embarrassing. No way! What? That was the worst fight ever. There's no way I won that.
But don't you worry about me getting let off too easy. I finished Chapter 4 on day 9. This clip of me defeating Captain Trotter was from day 6. All of this because Chapter 4 had one last challenge for me. The Ancients.
The Ancients were, by far, by so much that it's not even funny, the hardest boss I had ever fought at this point in the challenge. They have 2 defense, meaning the slingshot is out of the question unless you want to use power shot. They're also flying, meaning the sword is out of the question unless you want to use the sword toss. Both of these are bad options because they don't let you use HP+, while the dynamite uses similar SP, does comparable damage, and lets you keep your bow points. So because we pretty much have no sword slot, we resorted to using the launcher and dynamite. The Ancients also have double turns and an attack that you need to Ghost Walker or Ghost Potion for on hard mode. And of course, the attacks just had to be not well telegraphed or telegraphed weirdly, and also deal a ton of damage. Keeping Calypso alive is actually very important because she does about the same amount of damage as you do. However, this means that you have to use your healing items on her instead of yourself. On top of all of that, you also have the vessels that you have to kill. So yeah, this boss fight was very difficult. My worst fail was on day 8 when this happened. However, I didn't give up, and on what was going to be my last attempt for day 9, I did this. How tight is the dodge window, bro? That's so tight. I went freaking, that was the earliest press ever. Oh, I thought it was going to be me. I was about to do it, I knew it. It took a while time to do now. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, I actually got really lucky. That's the one time I want that to happen. Oh my! Oh my gosh, that was my last run. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, no way. But even after all of that, we're still not done. And the last chapter released so far would still manage to take longer than all of the others combined. While we did try to avoid fights as much as possible, some we just couldn't get past. I'm gonna die. But they still weren't easy. Yeah, they have one defense, so I can't do anything about that. Of course, I would win the fights eventually. Oh! Let me get through all beautiful stuff, dude. I did not expect that. Let's go! Skull. Yes! I made it. And then we made it to Opticus the Magnificent, which surprisingly would also take multiple hours of grinding. That's not what you want to see. His attacks do so much damage they're hard to learn, he has double turns, all the usual stuff. However, the main gimmick of this fight also makes it a lot easier, which is that all you have to do is survive, you don't actually have to kill him. This means that you can spend all of your turns preparing for future attacks. Since we don't have much max HP, this is mostly done by focusing so we can use the Ghost Walker. I don't know how long this fight took me, my best guess is around Hatred, so 3 hours. But eventually we did manage to take him out, or I guess to let him take himself out. Oh, okay. That's good. This stupid burst, it's fine. Whatever. No! I wanted the launcher thing. Okay. Nice. Oh! I thought I was going to die there, but then I pressed the space for the dodge and I was like, that felt pretty good. Cool! Oh! I think I got it, I think I got it, I think I got it. Think it. Yeah, he's gonna die. Yes! Bam! Let's go, dude. Woo! I gotta say, just Opticus being this difficult made me kinda worried about how difficult the rest of this chapter was gonna be. At this time, I also returned back to the pit, and I was actually able to defeat Nubador this time and move on to floors 11 through 20. Rocket. Screw you. Oh. Imagine if I failed the launcher there. Okay. Forbidden drink. I then tried out the forbidden drink for the first time, and yeah. No! I would never end up making it to floor 20 of the pit. I just returned to Trinity, where we would have our next kind of boss fight. I gotta say, these guys were really difficult. I think I even fought them for an hour before I finally took them out.
And then we unlock access to a very important card. Yes! This card allows us to damage enemies with 2 defense with a slingshot by just using 1 defense down. For the first time in this challenge, HP Plus isn't automatically the best card.
Let's go! Get destroyed. I'm really glad I can. And I did 7 because I got the group buff, but yeah, that's really good.
We then have the first of our fights with the Red Cliff soldiers.
You can skip this cutscene.
This one only took a few tries.
That's a pretty minor fight. Not good. Yeah, wait, come back. I'm not getting this magnifying glass, I think. Woo! Get destroyed! I'm gonna get magnifying glass. Oh no. Yep. It's only me again. I don't know. Right. Why me? Ow! Nothing good. Ow! Stop targeting me! Woo! He's gonna die. I got him.
And after a lot more fighting and dodging fights, we then had to fight Reginald, who of course would also take multiple hours. At this point, all of the bosses are so difficult because they're so unforgiving with how much damage their attacks do. Reginald's attacks are telegraphed decently, but they're still difficult to consistently get, and you have to get them consistently if you want to win this fight. But eventually, on day 12, this happened.
Yeah.
Nice, I got it.
Okay.
Oh wait, let's call for help again. Okay, good.
Nice.
Man! I mean, it is good. What do you mean faster? Okay, that was really good though. All I had to do was survive that and then I kill him, and so of course I didn't kill him because and so of course I lose because I'm doing that on literally every boss fight. Yeah, that was my worst fail on this fight. It's really easy to fail this late too because all you have to do is mess up a single attack, which I did there. However, on the very next day, I did this.
Expect to survive for that long, bro. Look at the man. That was over faster than I expected. I'm later and then I'm gonna go wait and die. Frick, I just went at the same time and blocked. And now I'm dead. Or I'm not. No, I'm not. Woo! Got it. Okay. Nice. Woo! My brother got that. Oh, okay. That's very good. That's actually really good. Oh! I actually got extra on that. I think he's dead. I think he's dead. Woo! Oh, let's go, dude. Frick you, Reginald. You suck. You're so annoying. For the splintered skies, we mostly just avoid fights, but still, the part on the boat where the people are throwing stuff at you is still kind of difficult to survive since you can only take 3 hits. Nevertheless, we make our way to the splintered secret room, and while I was doing the Mona Lisa puzzle, I realized that you could just use the progress to make it easier. It's really hard to tell apart some of the different colors, so if you're not sure which square is wrong, you can just change the colors on each one to see if it's the correct color. However, in the middle of doing the puzzle, this happened. Bro. And after spending way too long coloring the Mona Lisa, we finally got it done and won a speed spin. And after dodging some more attacks, we went into Rober's court, and of course we had to get the bad ending. Okay. This is the first bad ending, is by Singing Zogus. However, I accidentally got the good judgment second bad ending. If you cure Brad before you go into Rober's court, it's actually kind of difficult to get the bad judgment. I really didn't want to reset my game, so I just... And after making it past Obsuri's observatory, we were able to make it to the castle where we had to fight the Trinity Council. And this fight was really hard. Survive a death. This boss was just so unforgiving. Kinda like Reginald, but there were more frequent attacks that you had to survive. Also really hard to learn because there were just so many different attacks to get used to. So this is the boss where I used items the most. I used Hypno Glasses at the beginning and I used a Tickle Stick for Reginald. This boss took multiple days and it was not particularly fun. My worst fail was on a run that got it down to just Robo. Oh, it was that. Yeah. Holy frick! Oh crap! It's defense down. Defense. I don't know what this. All their attacks. Okay, it's so great. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Are you kidding me? However, I pushed through, and eventually I would defeat the Trinity Council. Oh, okay. Last attempt for now. The thing is, I thought that like I definitely yes. Rober's out. And then you will be there. Yes, in this case they just do the attack. Oh no, I have a heal. I have a heal. Missouri's out. Why'd I do that? That was so early. No way! Bro, I still got it. One good You will bow down to me! Oh my gosh! Yes! No way! Once again, the last attempt. Oh my gosh, let's go! Oh, you get to see Rover. You gotta actually get to see what he looks like. Traversing the 7th Sanctum, we finally get to the final boss. And I'm happy to say, it was arguably the hardest boss in the entire game. It's Arheal and Frostmaw. This boss was so difficult, and it features the first use of unavoidable attacks that you have to dodge. While the Trinity Council had some attacks that you have to dodge, my use of items made it so that I didn't have to actually deal with them. However, for the Bite, Tornado, and the Ice Ball, you have to dodge them. Even if you block them, they still one-shot you. Frostmaw also is fast and has double turns. It has 2 defense, meaning if you want to attack it using the Slingshot, you need to use the Slinger card. You could use items like Tickle Sticks, but I kept a bunch of healing items for Cassie and a first aid kit for myself. I actually found HP Plus to not be that useful here, because the only thing it does is allow you to block 2 of the fireballs instead of 1. You can only block 1 of the debris attacks and have to dodge the other, and you have to dodge the other 3 attacks. Luckily, Frostmaw's attacks total out to 36 damage, allowing you to block 1 of the fireballs and allowing you to block 1 of the debris. Also not much you can do while Frostmaw is flying, because it has the 8 shield and it's just best to let Cassie knock him down first. However, because of this, you have to keep Cassie alive, so I got a bunch of grilled cheeses for her. His attacks are telegraphed decently, but there is so little room for error. Some of them are really weird, like the debris attack was super weird because the first one made sense, but the second one you had to press it super early. My worst fail was actually on day 17 where I got him down to 15 health. The reason why this happened so early is simple, I just fluked that run. However, on days 18 and 19 I was playing very well, and while I got some very solid runs, none of them got him below 15 health. I beat him on day 19. Second one. Thank goodness I dodged the bite. Yeah, get that damage in. I can't thunder, though. Oh, but I can It gives me just more leeway to the attack, that's basically all it does. Yeah, like that. That actually let me live, that's kinda crazy. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I again, every time I do that, I think I'm gonna die to it. I'm playing pretty well. But I didn't keep the dodgy, so I won't be able to, like, I'm not gonna get the Ghost Walker back. And I'm dead. No way. Wait, did I slingshot? I'm an idiot. I don't need that. Work. I'm actually getting nervous. Nice. And I'm dead. Okay, well that was good. 16. Wow. 15. Wow. Then, on day 17, I got another really good run. My second best run. And I'm starting at the Ghost Walker here because you'll see. I didn't give up, and on day 19, the thick
grilled cheese.
And just like that, the challenge was over. For now. Now, I have a little bit of a secret. Although I told you guys I was going to do separate videos for the last 2 chapters, I'm probably not going to do that anymore. I think doing this challenge honestly made me much better at the game. And because of that, I think I'm ready to make it even harder. I've already gotten to plant on this harder challenge. I'll make a video on that one once I finish chapter 5. That challenge will be the one I make separate videos for the last 2 chapters on. I might return back to this challenge after doing the harder version just to finish off the 2 chapters, and if I do that, I will make separate videos for those too. But for now, I don't know if I'll ever progress on this file again. Although this video was very long, I think just the way I made this video doesn't do the difficulty of this challenge justice. So I recommend, if you're familiar with Blocktails, try doing this challenge and you'll see how difficult it is. That's all from me though. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.